Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I have your attention, please, for a moment? Thank you. Good evening. My name is Kitty Kiri, and I am delighted to be your host for this evening. To the delegation of the hosting town of Balatonfüred, to the delegation of the board and jury members of Entente Florale Europe, to the delegations of participating towns and villages, to all the distinguished guests here present, and to all those tuning in online, you are all welcome to the 2022 Entente Florale Europe prize-giving ceremony in this wonderful city of Balatonfüred, a truly great occasion. At this point, I would ask you to please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent. Thank you. For all those who wish to join us online, there is a link provided on the Entente Florale Europe Facebook page and website. We came together this evening to celebrate the great efforts and achievements of our 9 fantastic participants from the 6 member countries across Europe. The 2022 Entente Florale Europe participants are Bad Sauerbrunn, Austria, Bollstadt, Germany. Yeah, you can have an applause. Orfű, Hungary. Dalkey, Ireland. Dixmude, Belgium. Veresegyház, Hungary. Dobrohov, Czech Republic. Oh, the biggest company as I can hear. And Kidu, Ireland. And Székesfehérvár, Hungary. A huge round of applause and congratulations to our 2022 participants. I would now like to explain how our event this evening will proceed. We will first have a short traditional Hungarian dance display, followed by speeches from our esteemed Mayor, Dr. István Bóka, the President of Entente Florale Europe, Dr. Rüdiger Kirsten, and the Chair of the Entente Florale Jury, Dr. Kriszti Boylan. The Chair of the International Jury will then preside over the award of special prizes and the main medal awards, followed by the thematic prizes. Participants will be called to the stage in turn to receive the awards and certificates. At the end of the ceremony, we will invite mayors and representatives of the 9 participants to the stage for a group photograph. Okay, without further ado, I would like to welcome on stage the Balatonfüred Folk Dance Ensemble. Take it away, maestros. You can give an applause. That was a wonderful dance display. Many thanks to you all. You were fantastic. And we now welcome on stage Mrs. Lenke Hári, the Vice Mayor of Balatonfüred, who would like to say a few words of welcome.
Tisztelt Hölgyeim és Uraim, kedves vendégeink!
Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests.
2019-ben, amikor a gyönyörű osztrák faluban, Haus im Ennstallban büszkén átvettük városunk nevében a soron következő rendezvény házigazdáját megillető zászlót, még gondolni sem mertünk volna rá, hogy 3 évet kell majd arra várni, hogy Európa környezetszépítő versenyének díjait átadhassuk.
In 2019, when we accepted the flag of this wonderful competition in the small Austrian village of Haus im Ennstall, it was not in our worst nightmares that we thought we would have to wait 3 years before the next prize could be awarded and presented.
A közbejött borzalmas járvány meg annyi szenvedést okozott. A betegségen kívül meg kellett tapasztalnunk, mit jelent a bezártság, a személyes találkozások hiánya.
The pandemic meant a horrible period. Not only was it the suffering caused by the illness itself, but we also had to experience how awful it is to be denied personal meetings, to be locked up in our homes.
De most lehetőségünk van arra, és nagyon örülünk, hogy ezt a versengésnek az ünnepélyes díjkiosztóját megtarthatjuk itt Balatonfüreden.
But now at last we have the opportunity, and we are very, very pleased that we can finally have this prize-giving ceremony here in Balatonfüred.
Ezért is nagyon megtisztelő, hogy itt köszönhetem Önöket, mind a 6 ország képviselőinek, hogy eljöttek, itt együtt ünnepelhetünk.
It is all the warmer experience for me to be able to greet you here, all the representatives from these 6 very different countries, and we can celebrate together.
Örülök, hogy személyesen láthatják városunkat, Balatonfüredet, és láthatják, hogy Balatonfüred mennyire komolyan gondolja a környezetszépítését, a virágok üzenetének a továbbadását.
It is of personal importance to me, and I'm very glad that you can be here in person and see Balatonfüred, our town, and experience with your own eyes how seriously this town takes the mission of beautifying nature and our environment, and to pass on the message of flowers.
Tehát a pandémia után, a háborús fenyegetettség között sem mondhatunk le arról, hogy gondot fordítsunk Flóránkra, hiszen minden túlzás nélkül csak ő taníthat meg bennünket a cselekvő szeretetre, amelyre most nagyon nagy szükségünk van.
After the pandemic and amidst the terrors of war, we can still look up to our Flora, the goddess, who's the only one that can teach us the messages of active loving kindness, which we have all the more need for these days.
Egy gondolkodó fogalmazta meg ezt, hadd idézzem: a virágok nem tudatlanok, tudják, hogy mi vezet az isteni csöndhöz, a szeretethez.
A wise person once said, and let me quote, "Flowers are not ignorant. They know what is the secret of that divine silence which leads to love."
A szépségük kivezethet bennünket a tudatlanságból, elvezethet az isteni csöndhöz és a szeretethez.
Their beauty may lead us out of ignorance and into divine silence and love.
Tisztelt Hölgyeim és Uraim, kedves vendégeink, engedjék meg, hogy elsőként gratuláljak a versenyben résztvevő településekhez.
Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to be the first to congratulate all the townships you represent, the participants and hopeful winners of this year's competition.
Még egyszer szeretettel köszöntök mindenkit, és bízom abban, hogy a mai napon jól érezték magukat, és szép élményekkel távoznak Balatonfüredről.
I welcome you once more, and I hope you have had beautiful experience today, and you will take a lot of wonderful memories with you when you leave Balatonfüred.
Köszönöm szépen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Florale Hari, for the warm and kind words of welcome. And now I invite Dr. Rüdiger Paul Kirsten, the president of AEFP, on stage to respond on the behalf of Entente Florale Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Katy Perry. At first, I want to have some words to our host country. Jó estét kívánok! Tisztelt Hölgyeim és Uraim! Szeretettel köszöntöm Önöket, és nagyot örülök, hogy itt lehetek. A jól beszámol az Önök szép nyelvet, szívesen mondanám el a szedement, Marjamo, de most engedjék meg átadni az angolra. I hope you understand all. On behalf of the AFP, I would like to bid you all a cordial welcome, Mrs. Lenke Hari, Vice Mayor of Balatonfüred, Mr. István Miklós, Director of the Tourist Agency of Hungary, members of Parliament, visiting mayors from all participating countries in Europe, high officials from councils of the participating towns and villages, volunteer workers, and other distinguished guests. A very warm welcome to all board and jury members and national coordinators of the AFP and friendly countries. I would like to extend a word of thanks to the organization committee for the award-giving ceremony in 2022, especially to Ildikó Orbán, to Dr. Bartoni Nagy Ildikó Réka, and János Brütkai. We are happy and grateful that Balatonfüred overtake a difficult challenge to host the award-giving ceremonies this year. You heard it, normally we would hold this ceremony on the Lake Balaton in 2020, but the whole world was confronted with an example pandemic situation which influenced the daily life of every human in the world dramatically. In this year of hope, we were happy about the running competition in 2022. But we have to realize that only some 100 kilometers away from Hungary starts an unbelievable war in the Ukraine. The family of Entente Florale lost in 2019, after a COVID disease, our former president and board member of Austria, Herbert Dietz. In memoriam of him, his beloved family and the board of AFP decided to create a special prize in our competition. In remembrance of him and all the victims of the COVID disease and all the people in the world which suffer under influences of war or violence, we will now keep in silence for a short while. Thank you very much for your participation. For me personally, it is very nice to stay this year in Hungary on the Balaton. At first, I have a lot of joyful memories from my childhood on this destination. We spent many times of holidays in the 17th or 18th in this beautiful surrounding. We were thankful of the great hospitality and friendship with the Hungarian people. But second, it was Hungary which opened the Iron Curtain in August 1989 and took a decisive step towards European unity and reunification of Europe. I am so thankful to the organizers of the Pan-European picnic on the border to Austria. The Hungarians have moved the first stone from the Berlin Wall. The mission of our European competition is now to fulfill the European unity also in the sector of green infrastructure and environmental questions. The main aim is to give public green with parks and gardens and basic in cities and villages, with objectives to improve the community quality of life. The central characteristics of Entente Florale competition are ornamental horticulture, sustainability and environmental awareness, and of effort and involvement of the citizens. These were all judged by a panel of judges. This year, the panel of judges once again performed a difficult but rewarding task. They visited, viewed, and judged in 9 towns and villages. As the president of the AFP, I would like to thank the panel of judges for this boundless effort. I would especially like to thank the chair of the panel of the judges, Mr. Christy Bolan from Ireland, for this. Also, I want to thank our Secretary General, William Kearney, for the preparations and communications with all participants and the media work as well. Green constitutes a high added value in our lives. The economic and social terms that considerable added value is confirmed by numerous scientific studies. Those living in a greener area, for instance, live healthier, they suffer less from depressions or diabetes. Also, people spending more time in a green living environment recover from stress and also from long COVID disease much quicker. Playing in parks and gardens has a positive effect on children's behavior and social competences. The list goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, no one can ignore climate change. This year we had in all parts of Europe heat waves with temperatures over 40 degrees. The glaciers in the Alps are melted very fast in the last month. It is a fact that the temperature in cities is up to 8 degrees higher than the surrounding outer area. The so-called urban heat island effect. We therefore need cooling down measures such as green roofs and more green and blue infrastructure in the range from public gardens to small private gardens. In this year, I'm not so happy about the fact that not all participants in the competition has shown an example how they react on the local side to deal with the climate change. We need more engagement in this case. Green no longer is unimportant, it will be the main principle in planning and urban development. We all realize that sustainable green settlement will enable to profile themselves and stand out from the rest. Settlements that not just are green, but also think green, score high on many aspects. Green branding has positive effects, just think of tourism and leisure. Our competition fully encourages municipalities in this development. Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby want to thank all towns and villages for their participation in the competition. We know indeed it was not easy to organize the participation in these difficult pandemic times. I think that all towns and villages in the competition 2022 are very good examples how they work for sustainability of their settlements, you can act as a reference town and village for whole Europe in the future. I'm extremely satisfied with the commitment of the citizens of the participating towns and villages when it comes to the green policy and the implementation thereof. I feel that healthy green settlements are the future. The message that green is important has struck home, and we should all be proud of that. It is a duty of the board of our organization, AUFP, to develop the competition further. The time is now. We hope for the future that the different challenges can be accepted in all countries and everybody in Europe has the possibility to live in peace and freedom and in a sustainable green environment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm convinced that we will have a festive award-giving ceremony and a happy event. Once more, thanks goes to Balatonfüred for your great hospitality. I thank all for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, President Kirsten, for your comprehensive, thought-provoking speech and kind words. And now I call on stage Mr. István Miklós, the Marketing Director of the Hungarian Tourism Agency, to give his welcoming words and launch the new Entente Florale Europe logo.
You know, we have a saying in Hungarian that translates roughly to, there's a big difference between sausage and a speech, because sausage is best when it's long and speech is best when it's short, so I will try my best to keep it short. Dear Mrs. Vice Mayor, dear Mr. President, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank you for your invitation. It is a great pleasure for me to be here at this event on behalf of the Hungarian Tourism Agency, as I believe Entente Florale Europe is much more than a horticultural competition, and it is important not only for the participating settlements. This is a noble contest that affects the tourism of Europe and all participating countries, including Hungary. Since intellectual and built heritage go hand in hand in Europe, and our built cultural heritage would be meaningless without our flowery, tidy, harmonious public spaces, shady parks and gardens that are tourist attractions themselves. All these are essential parts of not only our tourism, but also the overall European culture. It is therefore understandable that the role of cultural tourism as a touristic product is become increasingly important. This is also the case in Europe, but if we only look at the Hungarian numbers, I can tell you about the figures. Cultural tourism generates nearly 13 million guest nights and 191 billion foreign traffic visitor in our country, with a share of 50% within a total product range. Since the beginning, Hungary has been a member and a recurring participant of Entente Florale Europe, which we joined in 1990. We realized in time that sustainable, tidy, and well-kept city images offer a significant advantage in the competition for tourist markets. What is more, sustainability is nowadays a crucial aim of the Hungarian tourism development. The Hungarian contest preceding the international competition also shows our commitment. The Hungarian Tourism Agency, the organizer of the competition in our country, is proud that the cities and towns in the Floral Hungary competition in the past 29 years have won 11 gold, 29 silver, 10 bronze, and 10 Europe awards on the European stage. Székesfehérvár and Orfű joined the contest in 2019, and Veresegyháza managed to qualify for the international competition in 2021. We wish them good luck. The unique program of Entente Florale Europe mobilizes millions of people on our continent every year. Its power in tourism is shown by the fact that about 23,000 European cities and towns took the news, and the program reached roughly 50 million people. The Hungarian Tourism Agency places great emphasis on presenting Hungary's tourism in its campaigns in a targeted way. But I can also say, as a marketing professional, that we can be truly successful only if visitors of Hungary gain a pleasant and lasting experience. For example, sitting down on a comfortable bench in a nice little square at the end of an exciting and tiring sightseeing tour. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to introduce you the new logo and the animation for it of Entente Florale Europe, which will be widely used and published in 2023. It gives us really great pride that we could take part in the creation of the logo, and we hope that it shows Hungary's commitment to the program. I hope that more and more cities will learn about the competition, and even more of them will enjoy its results, our beautiful, flowery, and sustainable spaces. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Miklós. And now, before we start the eagerly awaited prize-giving part of the ceremony, I will call on my main partner on stage, Dr. Kristi Boylan, Chair of the Entente Florale Europe jury, to join me here to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Jó este. Hodgepodge. Good evening, and how are you, everyone? Mrs. Lenke Harry, Vice Mayor of Balatonfüred, thank you for your team, your kind invitation to host this award ceremony in this wonderful city. Dr. Rudiger Kirsten, President of AEFP, colleagues on the board of AEFP, and jury members, dignitaries and delegates from the 9 communities which participated in the Entente Florale competition this year, and indeed for your presentations in the European market this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honour and privilege to address you all on this important occasion. Of the return of the competition, following the COVID-19 pandemic, which has impacted on so many lives throughout the world over the past 2 years. As already mentioned by our President, we greatly appreciate the work done by Ildikó Orbán, Dr. Negi Ildikó Rekebatorn, János Prutke, and our Secretary, Bill Carney, he's in behind, who has worked together over the past several months on the many details regarding this event. Our assessments were done during this past summer in 2 itineraries, from the 17th of June to the 26th of June, and from the 28th of June to the 5th of July. The first itinerary started in the delightful village of Orfű, Hungary, where Mayor Zita Füszénkágy and her team at the back here made our visit a very pleasant one. We learned about a plan for recreation which in the 1960s entailed placing a dam on a small stream, which resulted in beautiful lakes which are managed in many ways by the fishing clubs. From there we moved to Veresegyháza, where the Mayor Bella Pastor told us how the village has grown into a town over the period of more than 50 years during which he served in that role. He's down there. I believe he's the oldest mayor in Hungary. Congratulations. Still in Hungary, our next visit was to the city of Székesfehérvár, where probably the youngest mayor in Hungary, Dr. András Cesar Palkovics, and his team told us about the changes since the end of the Second World War, where the population expanded from 40,000 to now 150,000. The adjudication team travelled to Austria, to the village of Bad Sauerbrunn, where the team, led by Gerhard Hutter, mayor down there, had a tree planting ceremony for the late Herbert Tietz, which we've already mentioned. Our last visit on that itinerary was to Dobrkov, the oldest village, dating from 1131 in the Czech Republic, where the mayor, Miroslav Kris, and his team are very proud of a specimen of a lime tree, their national tree. And he's very good with the guitar, as you may have learned today. The visit ended at a tower, a lookout point for viewing the landscape. It was built in 2018, and the names of all the people who lived in the village at that time were etched into the tower structure. The second adjudication team was chaired by my colleague Inka Truxova from the Czech Republic. It began in the town of Dixmude, which is also called Dixmude, I believe, in Belgium, where the town hall is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The team was led by Mrs. Lise Laridon, the mayor. Ireland was the next country, and the first stop was the village of Keju, near the west coast of Ireland, where Pádraig Noon, the chair of the Tidy Towns Committee, explained some history of the village and its success in the national competition. And we were also greeted there by Tom Crosby, mayor of Roscommon. The next visit was to Dalkey, a suburb of Dublin, where Des Burke-Kennedy, the chair of the Tidy Towns Committee, and his team down at the back, delighted in telling about the work they did in restoring the Éire sign on the side of the cliff. The sign was in use to guide pilots during the Second World War. The team then moved to Ballstadt in Germany, where Mayor Tom Ake and his team, in presenting the village, told about a scheme whereby some tree planting is done in association with marriage anniversaries, and the couples undertake to water the trees when needed. I don't know what happens if the couples divorce. And it's just a joke. We thank each and every one of you for your work in preparing your committees for the visit of the adjudication teams, and also for taking such good care of us during our time with you. Finally, I would like to thank Reka Batorne and Jarek Bryzak. They're the two deputy chairs who worked with me and have worked with me over the past few years, and also Inka Truxova for standing in as chair for the second itinerary this year. We are delighted to see so many of you have joined us for this wonderful occasion, when you will learn how well you have done in the competition. At this stage, I can inform you that all of the 9 participating communities have done very well, which means that some will receive silver medals and some will receive gold medals in this unique and well-established European environmental competition, which has been in existence since 1975. Please note, you're all winners. Köszönöm. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce a short video of the judging that took place throughout the summer, so we'll ask for that now. I would like to thank our Secretary General, Bill Carney, assisted by his daughter, Mayad, who produced the little video. Now, I would like to ask all jury members to join me on stage for a photograph, please. Now, do you come next?
So we start the listing, can we? Okay. The first participant to get an award tonight is Bad Sauerbrunn, and I would kindly ask representatives of Bad Sauerbrunn delegation to now come to the stage, please. In Hungary, we have a saying that too many nice people can share a very small place. Okay. So let me read the laudation. Bad Sauerbrunn is a village in the county of Burgenland, located in the southeast of Austria, close to the border with Hungary. This traditional spa town, with about 2,300 inhabitants, is the health center of the northern part of Burgenland. More than 125,000 overnight stays confirm Bad Sauerbrunn as a modern tourist destination, but also it is a popular residential area because of the beautiful surroundings. During their stay, the jury were impressed by the diverse parks and green areas full of biodiversity and perennial plantings, also by the high standard of maintenance and the tree care program. The participation of the inhabitants and the environmental education of young and old is important in Bad Sauerbrunn. A perfect example of that is the Hügellandpark, built by volunteers and full of biodiversity, a joy to explore and learn about. Thank you all very much.
Now, as each participant comes up, there will be two types of presentation. The first will be a special characteristic that the jury considered was unique to that location, and we call this the special characteristic. In the case of Bad Sauerbrunn, it's the last item that was mentioned in the laudatio, which is the Hügellandpark. So we will be presenting certificates for a special characteristic. It's a playground consisting of several hills of different heights and shapes and divided into different play zones. It was made with natural materials, mainly acacia wood and larch, and any form of plastic was avoided. So can we congratulate you for your special certificates. They're on the way. Now, there you go. Now, of course, the news you're waiting for is the award. The award is a gold medal. Thank you. Back to you.
Hearty congratulations to Bad Sauerbrunn. Well done to you all. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the next country to get an award is Germany, and I would like kindly ask representatives of Bollstadt to now come to the stage, please. Please come on the stage, please. So, Bollstadt is a small village located in the middle of Germany. The village forms part of the beautiful town area of Mühlhausen in the state Thuringia. The 1,013 inhabitants were very proud to show the jury all they have achieved in recent years and how their community working together has developed the village sustainably to create a future which is worth living in. The village community was inspired by the competition, completed over a number of stages, called Our Village Has a Future. Bollstadt is a location which exemplifies the best elements of the smart city strategy. The jury enjoyed very much the Reed Garden project, which was implemented by the very active locally based Landscape Conservation Association. There you can find a wide range of biotopes, from cottage gardens through the meadow orchards, willow planting belts and hedge planting. Bollstadt is a village with a really great future. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, as before, the first is the special characteristic, and the jury decided that this should be for the outstanding commitment of the Landscape Conservation Club to develop in wildflower meadows, planting shrubs, and the Reed Garden project. So congratulations.
Thank you.
congratulations for that. Now to announce the award. The award is a silver medal. So congratulations again to Borstead. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next country to get an award is Hungary, and I would kindly ask representatives of Orfű to now come to the stage, please. Orfű is a village in the Mecsek Mountains, formed by the merger of 5 smaller villages. Its defining character, apart from the mountain forests, is the system of artificial lakes created in the 1960s on the Orfű stream and the recreational uses, water sports and hiking that have developed since then. In addition to the stunning scenery, Orfű's growing popularity is also due to its efforts to preserve the quality of its environment, its high-quality culture and sports programs, and the cohesion of the local community. There is a strong focus on the preservation and presentation of the built and natural heritage, with the internationally renowned architecture and programs at the Medvehagyma House and the mills attracting many visitors. It is one of the strongholds of quality tourism in Hungary. Thank you all very much.
Now, the special characteristic, congratulations, Orfű, the special characteristic was the Ecotourism Visitor Centre. And this centre is for environmental education at the Bear Garlic House. This is an interactive exhibition which is presented in a playful way and offers green tours and programs. So, we'll get you a certificate. Now, the final part of this is the medal award is gold. Congratulations.
Hearty congratulations to Orfű. Well done to you all. Thank you very much. Okay, the next country to get an award is Ireland. And I would kindly ask representatives of Dalkey to now come to the stage, please. Dalkey is a popular coastal town with a population of almost 7,000 residents. Situated in the east of County Dublin, it is a town with a village atmosphere. The town is located between the Dublin Mountains and the Dublin Bay. Its medieval evidence is obvious to all who visit and features remains of 7 medieval buildings. It is Dalkey's first time to enter the Entente Florale competition and has been a high scorer in Ireland's National Tidy Towns competition for many years. It lays great emphasis on current and long-term projects and is a firm believer in cooperation and volunteerism. Its great distinction is Dalkey Island, which is accessible and offers a combination of natural and man-made attractions. This is a managed landscape and is unique in its location. Education within the town is well served and has 6 schools participating in green programs, laying emphasis on nature and biodiversity. Its local harbour, which forms part of the town, provides boating facilities for locals and visitors. The local dart trail service is of huge importance to Dalkey and the surrounding area, facilitating commuter traffic from far and near. For business and pleasure, Dalkey is first class and the hand of friendship is warm and genuine. Do make a visit. Thank you all very much.
Now, everybody, Dalkey, the outstanding conservation of Dalkey Island impressed the judges greatly, and the work of the Tidy Towns Committee, especially their unique energy plan. So we have a special characteristic certificate for that. And the medal award is a silver medal.
Okay, the next country to get an award is Belgium, and I would kindly ask representatives of Füred to now come to the stage, please. Did I pronounce it well, Füred? Okay, so Füred is located in the west of Belgium at 15 kilometers from the North Sea coast. During the First World War, it was an important military site and became a target with total destruction as a result. The memories of the war remain visible in the landscape. Nowadays, Füred lays in green sea with a strong focus on tourism and outdoor recreation. Highlights are the beautiful scenery, panoramic views, small villages, and protected nature reserves with most important habitats for numerous bird species. With its extensive rural expanse, including 15 villages, the town represents a great deal in terms of maintenance and layout of the landscape where biodiversity, sustainability, heritage, and citizen participation are ever present and their constant focus for local inhabitants.
Now, the special characteristic certificate for Dixmude, as Rudy likes me to call it, and I think you also call it Dixmude, is the Rainwater and Drought Action Plan. So and the medal award is a gold medal. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next country to get an award is Hungary, and I would kindly ask representatives of Veresegyház to now come to the stage, please. Veresegyház is one of the young towns of the Budapest agglomeration, which, thanks to our conscious and careful urban development, is now attractive to both industrialists and residents. Developing neighborhoods along the valley of the Sződ-Rákos stream, along the lakes and the surrounding hills with a high proportion of green areas make the town a lively one. The high architectural quality and the uniform appearance of the public buildings and spaces are a defining feature. The high quality of green space maintenance and planting is unique. A particular highlight is the operation of the city's own network of thermal springs, which are used to heat not only public buildings, but also industrial plants and residential buildings. Thank you all very much.
As already mentioned in the Laudatio, the jury were very impressed with the green spaces, so the special characteristic certificate in this case for Veresegyház is the care of the green spaces. Congratulations. And the medal award is a silver medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next country to get an award is the Czech Republic, and I would kindly ask representative of Dobrohov to now come to the stage, please. Okay, everybody's here? Great. Dobrohov is a beautiful rural village in the central part of Moravia, in the Hungary region, near the county town Olomouc. Currently, it has 356 inhabitants living on an area of 252 hectares. After the fall of communism in 1989, the desire of the inhabitants to manage their public affairs independently were fulfilled, and independence was achieved. Since then, the pace of development has accelerated, and there has been an active community life among the residents. Dobrohov has preserved the rural character of a Moravian agricultural village with its own tradition and rich cultural and social life. The main development topic is investment in green structures in the agricultural landscape and in the village itself.
In Dobrokov, the adjudicators were very impressed with the biocentre. It's a 3-hectare area of land with 3 small ponds connected to a natural corridor for the movement of wildlife. It also serves as a natural shelter for game. So the special characteristic certificate is for that. And the award is a gold medal.
So, may I have your attention, please? We should continue. Okay, the next country to get an award is Ireland, and I would kindly ask representatives of KIDU to now come to the stage, please. Füred is a small rural village of 145 residents and is a part of Ireland's hidden heartland. Situated near the shores of Lough Miller, in the parish of Kieran, it has a long successful association with Ireland's national Tidy Towns competition and was an outright winner of the competition in 1993 and 2003. In 2004 and 2005, it won the Best Kept Village Award in Ireland. 20 years ago, Füred won a silver medal in the Entente Florale competition. its greatest strength lies in the area of cooperation and regional development. The wide range of sporting activities available provides opportunities for all age groups, both indoor and outdoor, and enables participants to enjoy facilities in all weather conditions. The beautiful lake adjacent to the village offers opportunities for water activity and is further enhanced by the adjoining Knockrenny Woods that offers a variety of walks. The community of Kidu benefits significantly from its close association with Roscommon County Council, and developments are well discussed in advance of works commencing. Visitors are always welcome to Kidu, and tourism accommodation is of a high standard, offering a variety of facilities. Make a visit and be rewarded. You will be welcome. Thank you all very much.
Now, anyone who goes to Ireland knows you must expect rain, but we didn't get rain. It was coming all the time. But in Keju, the adjudicators were very impressed with the special approach that was taken of the Heritage Park, the maintenance of the Heritage Park, which included the integration of wildlife meadows, especially the orchids which arose. So we have a special certificate for that. And the award is a gold medal. Now it's some more.
Okay. The next country to get an award is Hungary, and I would kindly ask representatives of Székesfehérvár to now come to the stage, please. Székesfehérvár, a city with county rights in Transdanubia, is the center of the central Transdanubia region, one of the largest and most important cities in Hungary. The industrial city of the 21st century has a rich built and natural heritage, which it manages with great skill. The buildings and the public spaces of the historic city center are being regenerated in line with modern open space architecture and sustainability principles, making the city attractive and livable. The Sóstó Nature Reserve and Education Center is a unique asset for the city. The high proportion of green space and the significant tree cover successfully compensate for the environmental pressures of the city. A special mention should be made of the Green Roof program for the social integration of homeless people. Thank you all very much.
The adjudicators were very impressed in Székesfehérvár, Shakers Fair Hairfart. I got it right earlier on, but however. With the care of the trees, especially a specimen of plane tree. So that is what we decided for the special characteristic was the care of the trees. And the award was a gold medal.
Hearty congratulations to Székesfehérvár. Well done to you all. Gratulálunk. And now that we are finished with the main awards, I would like to ask Dr. Boylan to proceed with the awarding of the 3 Entente Füred Europe thematic prizes, the Herbert Titz Memorial Prize, the President's Prize, and the EFE World Urban Parks Green Spaces Award. Thank you very much, Christian.
Now, may I please ask Ms. Barbara Titz to join us and President Rudiger Kirsten. How are you? Now, I think you have to read something about Herbert Titz.
Yeah.
Fine. Thank you.
Herbert Titz board. Sorry. So let me speak about him a few words, if you mind. Herbert Titz, a board member of AEFP, regrettably died on the 28th of October in 2020 in his 71st year, a victim of the COVID pandemic. Herbert was associated with Entente Füred Europe for several decades and served as president of AEFP from 2014 to 2016. He was very enthusiastic about the competition and was dedicated to its aims, which are the enhancement of the quality of life in urban and rural communities in Europe through the development of horticulture, tourism, and social, cultural improvements. The board and jury of Entente Füred Europe would like to honor our late colleague by awarding a special prize for entrance to the competition in 2022. In deciding on the special prize, we have taken into consideration Herbert's love of ornamental plants and the value of green space in relation to public health benefits.
In that regard, the adjudicators were very impressed with the community garden at Dixmude. Can you please come forward to accept the Herbert Titz Memorial Prize, please?
Congratulations to the winner of the Herbert Titz Memorial Prize. Now the President's Prize. This award recognizes innovative, nature-based, socially equitable solutions and user-friendly adaptation measures that support the reduction of temperature effects on people in urban areas and in using open spaces. Urban green infrastructure is essential to secure ecosystems essential for us humans, to promote biodiversity and increase the quality of life and our immediate living environment. Each entrant to the 2022 Entente Florale Europe competition was invited to submit a project for consideration by the visiting jury for this award.
The visiting jury were very impressed with the geothermal system in Füred, which has been operating since 1987.
Congratulations to the winner of the President's Prize. Thank you all. Now the World Urban Parks Entente Florale Europe Green Spaces Award. The Green Spaces Award, endorsed by World Urban Parks, was introduced into the Entente Florale competition in 2022. The participant city, town or village which has the highest total mark for the green spaces category is awarded the prize. All participants are automatically eligible for the prize.
And the prize carries with it a full-year membership of World Urban Parks. Congratulations, Shekis Feherva.
I think that this is the time when I should invite again back to the stage all mayors and representatives, or is it later? It's later, okay. So thank you all very much for your continued attention. I would also like to inform you the delegations and the packaging and the paper tubes for the transporting the plaques and certificates can be collected in the corridor outside the ballroom. Also, the photos of this evening will be available on the Entente Florale Europe website and Facebook page from tomorrow. I wish you all a wonderful gala dinner experience in this beautiful Anna Grant Hotel. Many thanks to the hotel management and staff for their help in running the event. I hope you have a very pleasant remaining stay in Balatonfüred, and I know you will all get together later on in a spirit of European friendship to enjoy the rest of the evening. The bar will be reopened shortly. So again, thank you all very much. And now I would like to welcome again on stage the Balatonfüred Folk Dance Ensemble.
Thank you.
That was an amazing dance display again, which will definitely get us in the mood for dancing later on. Many thanks to you all. Finally, I would like to call on the President of Entente Florale Europe of AEFP, Dr. Rüdiger Kirsten, to say some final words and thanks.
So, thank you very much for the dancers. Thank you very much for